What's up, everybody? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently, sorry guys, that wind is kicking up out of my house right now, outside, and I'm really just hoping that it's blowing all them clouds out of here, man. I hope there ain't no more storms coming. I haven't looked at the forecast for this week, but yeah, that wind's getting high. But anyway, man, it's 4:55 p.m. Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, I guess you could say. March the 10th, 2020, fourth year of our Lord, and it is a absolute beautiful day. It really is. I mean, it is just a bluebird day. It's around 75. I've been walking around with shorts and a t-shirt, and of course the old backwards hat, and flip-flops, man. It's a beautiful day. It really is, and this is something I really need. I really need this. I really need as much sunlight as I can get. Mama Tank just walked by the garage out there. She went on a run. But anyway, it's a beautiful day, man. Beautiful day. Warm weather, a lot of wind. But we need the wind, man. We need to push some of this moisture out of the ground, man. There's just, golly, everything's just saturated. It really is. But I just got done with maintenance on everything. I've actually had a pretty eventful day, man. I mowed all day Friday. I only did 7, and I want to say 4 of them were cleanups. One of them was a brand new property that I've never done, and boy, that grass and the weeds were just in some spots 2 foot high, and it was just terrible, man. There was a lot of weed eating. Got the mower stuck probably 4 different times Friday, just because everything's still, just saturated. But it is what it is, man. That's part of the growing pains, right? But yeah, man, it's been a good weekend. Yesterday went to Spartanburg. I did get to go with the family to Spartanburg and watch my baby girl play in a tournament, and I think we got home with the time change. I think it was around 1 o'clock this morning that we got home. And hey, huh? Yeah. Sorry, Mama Tank opened the door to the garage to see what was going on out here. I think she was looking for me. But anyway, it was around 1 o'clock this morning when we got home with the time change, and I slept in a little bit. I slept in till probably about 8:30. I say a little bit. I slept in a lot of bit till about 8 or 8:30. And me and Mama Tank walked downstairs and had a cup of coffee, and I came out here and scraped decks on all 3 mowers, changed out the blades on all 3 mowers, sharpened up the old blades. I actually swapped them out for brand new blades, but I went ahead and sharpened them because they're still in good shape, still very usable, and they're Gator blades, and they're not worn out at all. And I just went ahead and swapped them out and put high lift blades on there, because just about all the cleanups are done for the year, except for a few properties that I probably have here and there that I'll pick up who want some cleanups. But it is what it is. I'm leaving the high lifts on there. But did all that, and I'm gonna tell you something. I think I told y'all in my last video that I was going to make it a point to get out here Thursday night and sharpen all the blades and scrape decks and clean everything up. It was late when I got off work Thursday night, so I didn't get a chance to do that. And I think the only thing I really had time to do was to get a shower, get some food in me, and go to bed. I mean, it was late. It was probably about 9 o'clock when I got home from my full-time job Thursday night. So that's just the way it is right now. Most of you know everything that I'm going through at my full-time job, and but that's coming to an end, and it's creeping up on me, man. It's actually starting to set in within me, and I'm starting to realize it. And I'm telling you, I could not be more excited. I could not be more excited. All of my customers, my lawn care customers, they're all excited and happy for me. And I talked to a few of them today, and they're just. I talked to a few of them this weekend, but I did talk to a few other ones today, and they're just over the moon happy for me, man. They're expressed how proud they are of me, of sticking with it, even through the hard times, and growing this business from basically nothing and turning it into a full-time job. But yeah, so I didn't get to clean the mowers up Thursday night, and which really upset me, and didn't even have time to come out here and scrape decks. And you know, I only had 7 yards on the list Friday, but right now the days are still kind of short, and with that and the fact that everything is soaking wet, so I'm having to go a little bit slower right now just to keep from tearing up properties with the mowers. And some properties I'm still having to push mow because of the ground being so wet. I'm not at a point right now where I can do 10 to 12 properties like normal, because everything's just so wet, and it's really a pain in the neck, but it is what it is, man. That's all part of it. You just got to get through it and push through and make it happen one way or the other. But didn't work yesterday. Didn't work today. I say I didn't work today. The amount of stuff that come out from underneath that 36-inch mower and my push mower was just mind-boggling. My 61 was basically normal. I mean, it just looked like it was normal buildup, and I don't know if it's just because of the air pressure that comes out from under that thing, with it being 3 blades, if it was just pushing the grass out, or the wind knocking the buildup off of the deck and keeping it from being stuck like that. But there just wasn't as much on that. But the 36 and the push mower, man, it was 2 buckets, 2 5-gallon buckets slap full of buildup and clumped up grass, and just everything still soaking wet up under the mowers. I mean, it was just disgusting. It really was. And I actually had to use a putty knife to scrape the blades before I could sharpen the blades. The way I sharpen my blades, I'll take a wire brush that I have right here. I'll take the wire brush and I'll go over the blades to knock any kind of dirt, grass buildup, whatever it is, off of it. But it was just built up all over the blades. I couldn't do anything. So yeah. But anyway, got that taken care of, and I was actually able to get that done and kind of hosed off the mowers. I'm not going to say I cleaned them up and washed them up like I normally do. I'm actually going to cut back on that part of it a little bit this year. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep my mowers, the appearance wise of it, I'm going to keep them maintained every day. I'll squirt them down with the water hose every day, and then at the end of the week I'll hit them with very light pressure on the pressure washer. I'm not going to use I'll probably use the second to weakest tip for my pressure washer. I think my weakest tip is the one that you use for soak and soap, and then the one up from that, I don't know what degree it is, but that's the one I'll use. It's the white tip. That's what I call it, the white tip. But I'll use that to just kind of knock some of the buildup off of it at the end of the week, and knock some of the dirt and grime off of it. And then once a month, I think what I'm going to do, I really want to get in touch with Russell up at Gwinnett Lawn Care, and talk to him about the Mower Magic, because he's actually got a video on it, and I want to talk to him and pick his brain a little bit on it. But I'm probably going to use that Mower Magic once a month, and make sure my stuff is spick and span once a month. That way I have a good starting point to keep my stuff clean. But yeah, did all that, got that taken care of. I got all my handhelds and everything filled up. I've actually got a spool of weed eater string sitting in a bucket of water right now. I'm an old school guy, everybody's always told me if you buy weed eater string, stick it in a bucket of water and it'll last a little bit longer. And I've always done that, man. Since I became a homeowner, I've done that. Even with the cheap string that you buy at Walmart or Home Depot, I've always stuck it in a bucket of water, try to make it last longer. So I've got a 5-pound spool of weed eater string sitting in the bucket right now because I actually ran out of the old stuff, the Echo string. I say ran out. The spool's empty. I've got a little probably about 10 feet of string wound up in the front seat of my truck right now, ready to go for Friday. But everything's filled up. Got a brand new edger blade on my edger, and hedge trimmers are filled up, sharpened up. Everything's just ready to go, man. Everything's set right now. All I have to do is load the trailer up either Thursday evening or Friday morning, depending on what the weather looks like, because I'm not going to leave my stuff sitting in the rain all night. But all I got to do is load the trailer up and go. And so I do have peace of mind about that. And also, something else that I do too, I was actually talking to one of my customers' brother Friday. He had his brother in town Friday visiting from Florida, and he maintains his own property is what he was saying, and he has an old Honda push mower with the bagging system on it, or just a bagger, the rear bagger. And he was asking me, for some reason his mower is not picking up grass clippings. He said it'll pick up about half of them, and then the bag will get about half full, and then it'll just start dumping it on the ground. And normally what that is you'll have you got your bag, and then on one side of your bag you'll have two layers of that cloth, whatever it is. I think it's burlap, but I'm not sure. But it's a tightly woven cloth is all it is. And in order for your bagger to work, you have to have airflow. You have to have 100% airflow, or as much airflow as possible. And if that one side has two pieces of fabric right there, but the rest of the bag from top, bottom, and the other side and the back has one piece of fabric. Well, what'll happen is that side with two pieces of fabric, it'll fill up with caked up mud and dirt and dust and all that good stuff, and it'll just get wet from dew and things like that. And it'll get to where you can't get airflow through your bag. So what you do is you just take your pressure washer. Don't use the highest pressure that you have. Don't use the 0 degree tip. Use the next one down and pressure wash that entire bag and hit that one side that has two pieces of fabric on it. Knock all that mud out of there. And actually, my old push mower, what I did is I took and I cut a slit in that side. That way I could take and wash that thing out with the pressure washer, and all that mud would just run out, and I could just dump the bag out and everything was gone, and it created plenty of airflow again. But you've got to keep that bag clean. You got to make sure you've got airflow in that bag, and if you've got a bunch of buildup of dust and dirt and mud and grass clippings and stuff like that, you're not going to have enough airflow, and it'll do like his is doing. It'll be half full and then start dumping out clippings all over your lawn, and you're not going to be a happy individual. You're going to work your tail off is what you're going to do. But yeah, make sure you keep those bags clean, guys. And I did that today as well. I usually, whenever I'm rinsing off my mowers, I'll hit that with the pressure washer as well once a week, and just make sure there ain't no buildup on that bag. And I've yet to have a problem since I started doing that. But did all that, and I actually went out. I gave one quote. I told y'all about the 6-acre property. I actually was able to go out there today and walk the property, and it is a huge property. The entire property needs to be mowed. They want the entire thing mowed, and they have a pond. It's a small pond. It's probably, I don't know, I'd say probably 250 square foot. It's not no acre pond or nothing like that. It looks like a cattle tank is what it looks like. But the edges of it need to be weed eated, and there's a lot of weed eating on the property around trees and their pool area, and some places you just can't get the mower. So it's all in all, it would take me about 5.5 hours to service this property as a solo operator, and I charged him accordingly. I quoted it accordingly, and I quoted that property probably about 2 hours ago, and I have not heard anything back. And the lady is actually a friend of my mother-in-law's, and I texted her. I said, look, she probably ain't gonna take this price. Don't get offended when she tells you that I'm crazy. I was like, don't cuss her out, nothing like that. Just say, it has nothing to do with me. I can't do nothing about the price. He's a legitimate lawn care company, and he has to make what he has to make money. So yeah, that was gonna be $385 per service, or $700 something a month for 23 services. I can't remember exactly what the monthly payment would be if they decided to go monthly, but it did that. And I actually went by 2 other customers' houses and persuaded them into getting year-round customer service, or year-round property maintenance, instead of just pay-per-service mowing. And so I'm actually going to double my profits on those 2 properties. And I'm just hanging out, man, just having a good time, and enjoying my time off right now. I know I've got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and get back out there to my full-time job, and I'm dreading that, man, but it's only going to last 3 more weeks, and I'm just going to embrace it, and I can't wait, man. I really can't. But yeah, talking about getting people to go to full year-round property maintenance, I highly recommend that, guys. And just think about the properties you have. Look at the properties you have. Think about the things that you can do on those properties. I recommend that you get extremely good at cutting grass and trimming bushes, but there's nothing wrong with doing other stuff too. The wintertime, a lot of people have trees that need to be pruned. Learn how to do that. Learn about the trees, learn about the overall health, what needs to be done to maintain the overall health of the tree. Learn how to get good at mulch, learn how to get good at pine straw, get good at cleanups, all that stuff. And your profits will increase greatly. There's so much more to landscaping than just cutting grass. So much more to lawn care than just cutting grass and cutting bushes, man. And this is not just a summertime job, guys. This actually can be a year-round job, and you can have year-round money coming in if you truly put some thought into it. And become a salesman. That's basically it. Just become a salesman. Be a people person. Talk to your customers. If you see something that needs to be done, throw it out there to them. Don't be bashful. Your money's not going to come to you. You've got to go out there and get it. You're a hustler. You're an entrepreneur. If you see an opportunity to make money, go out there and get it. But yeah, guys, it's Sunday evening. My wife just got home from her Sunday afternoon run. They're going on a cruise the second week in April. And her, my mom, 3 of my cousins, my aunt, and all 3 of my kids, and 2 of my cousins' husbands. They're going on a 5-day cruise to the Bahamas and the Keys and all that area down there. And I can't go because that's the spring rush, and I had the opportunity to go, and I could still go if I wanted to. There's still openings, but it just would not be wise. With this being my first year going full time, it just would not be wise for me to go on a cruise, a week-long cruise during the spring rush. So I told him I was going to sit this one out, and I hate it. I really do. I really want to go, but she's trying to get ready for that cruise, and I'm happy for him, man. My wife, she works just as hard as I do, if not harder in some areas. So she deserves it. And this is a all expenses paid cruise, man. My mom is actually paid for her and all three of my kids to go, and that's their birthday gifts for the year. So, if you ask me, I'd say that's an amazing birthday gift. But anyway, I hope y'all guys had an amazing weekend, and I hope y'all had an amazing week this past week, and I hope the week coming up is just as good, if not better. But man, I hope y'all get out there and kill it, and I'm gonna hop off here and get ready for supper. But until the next one, like I always say, man, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all. Bye.